Good Wednesday, everyone. It's a busy morning here at Meteorologist Mark's little weather studio. That's, trying to keep up with all the latest with this winter storm coming in for Friday. We are now under a winter storm watch for Friday. Not a surprise there, right? I've been talking about that for a while. But they have extended those watches. In fact, the entire state of Tennessee, I think, is under a winter storm watch. So, excuse me, this is going to be a statewide winter weather event. So, Friday, Meteorologist Mark Weather Alert Day. Friday's level of concern is still at level 4. Very tempted to take it to level 5. The only thing keeping me from taking it to that is that if I were expecting significant power grid issues as well as significant travel issues. But right now, we're not looking at that, but you still need to prepare for that just in case. Winter storm watch again in effect for Friday. Premier generators bringing us our winter weather threat level, and it is extreme. So we are going to see some significant accumulating snow, and so we need to be prepared for that as best as you can be. We are thankful that this isn't followed by incredibly bitter cold temperatures. Sometimes these big winter storms are followed by an Arctic plunge that just about freezes everything to death, but this is not. It's going to be cold afterwards, but we're not looking for like 0 and sub-zero temperatures. That air mass has been modified greatly, so we can be certainly thankful for that. We have enough impacts to worry about without having to worry about going below 0 with temperatures or anything like that. So, but again, I'm not looking for significant impacts to the power grid. But if you, like I've said a million times, if you rely on electricity for your sole source of heat, make sure you have a backup plan just in case. M&M's forecast snow totals, I have increased this just a bit from last night. Last night I was saying, I started out originally, my first forecast was 2 to 4, even though I was feeling 3 to 5. Then I bumped it up to 3 to 5, and now I'm more comfortable with 4 to 6. So you see the percentages there, not out of the question. Some of you all could get 8. This is very typical for us. 4 to 6. Isolated higher amounts. Some of you all will get those isolated higher amounts, and that's just the way it always goes. The snow's not going to fall evenly as a solid blanket of 6 inches for everyone. You're going to get 4, I'm going to get 5, somebody over there's going to get 7, somebody down in the woods is going to get 9. I mean, but and I'll teach you all again, I'll remind you all again how to measure snow in my update tonight, so that we get that straight, and we're not sticking it in a drift. You know who you are. So 4 to 6 inches area wide with isolated higher amounts. And Premier Generators also brings us our impact graphic. This is unchanged from last night. I still feel good about this. Snow moving in, I'm very confident, I should say. My confidence is high in this graphic. So timing coming in mid-morning-ish, 9 to noon. And as soon as it comes in, travel starts going downhill. One thing that I'm a little worried about is the snow. For those of you where the snow comes in closer to the noon hour and the roads have had just enough time to get a little bit warm, and so the first snowflakes melt, and then the roads get wet, and then we drop down into the 20s with heavy snow. You talk about a slick situation. So keep that in mind. That could easily be how some of this goes for some of you all. The main roads may stay fine through the early afternoon or so, and then major deterioration once the snow kicks up and turns that wet road underneath the snow and the ice. That's the worst. So travel, just don't even think about it Friday night into Saturday morning. If you don't have to, don't. It's not worth trying to get somewhere for a bag of Doritos, okay? Medical emergency, do what you got to do. Bag of Doritos, wait. Clearview Closet and Blind brings us our 5-day forecast. Today we have a few flurries again. I keep having had flurries each day. We have a front coming through today. It's a very dry front, but it may squeeze out a flurry, so don't be shocked if you see one fly by. The winter storm's not here yet. It's just a flurry, a random runaway, okay? Highs in the 20s again. Lows around 9 tonight. Make sure those outdoor fur babies are okay. Make sure they've got a warm bed out of the wind. Thursday, we're partly cloudy. We're actually probably going to see sunshine tomorrow. I don't know if we're going to see it today. These clouds are super stubborn, and they are this time of the year. We might see some sun tomorrow. It's not going to last long because clouds start moving right back in Thursday evening. then we drop down in the teens. So everything's going to be froze by the time the winter storm comes in Friday. So heavy snow Friday developing. Highs not getting above freezing. Dropping into the 20s Friday night. Snow continuing. Snow tapers off early Saturday morning. A few flurries left over. Travel impacts extreme. Lordy mercy. Sunday, we probably see some partly cloudy skies. I hope. And highs in the mid 30s. So a little bit of recovery can take place there before temperatures drop right back down to around 20 Sunday night and refreezing. Makes the roads hazardous all over again. There will likely not be school on Monday or Tuesday. You might go Wednesday. I don't know. I doubt it. On this day, Bramble Travel and Bramble Brook Boutique bringing us our On This Day. Check those guys out. 1886, a winter storm system ushers one of the worst cold outbreaks in state history. A little over 3.5 inches of snow for Nashville. This is 1886. I don't have any records for us just yet. High temperature of 35 goes to -8. And for the next 3 days, they don't go above 8. That is ridiculously cold. The low temperature drops to 0 for 5 consecutive mornings, falling to -9 by January the 11th. That was a cold outbreak. You folks have a wonderful Wednesday, and keep looking up. I'll have a special update again tonight to give you the latest on this winter storm. You just keep it right here at meteorologistmark.com.